Hey there, we are live and yay! And I'm trying to go live in Instagram as well. Hi, everyone. Checking in. It's Friday, coming up on the weekend. It is really cold. I don't know where you all are, but I'm in upstate New York and it is, I think it's supposed to be -2 degrees in the next couple days. -2, not just 2, but -2. Whoa. But it is beautiful here. Okay, let me go ahead and go live on Instagram as well, see if we can do both. Okay, we are live on Instagram as well. Hey, it's cold in the French Alps. Yes. Well, hopefully you are enjoying the cold and everybody's staying warm. Hey, Lexi. So I'm doing this live today because I had a little crash yesterday. And I've been talking to so many people that are really struggling right now around Omicron, around uncertainty, around life. It's cold. Hi, Valerie. So I wanted to do just come on and just check in with everybody and see how you all are doing and just share a little bit about what I'm up to right now, some exciting, wonderful news, some things that I'm pondering. So I am on 2 platforms right now. Yeah. Hi, Lexi. And whoever else is on Instagram. And then I'm also on YouTube, Facebook, the Warrior Goddess Women group. So I'm doing both platforms. This is the best way I figured out how to do it. So it's rough out there. The idea, I think, sometimes of like January, new beginnings, and yet it's been hard to get traction and to feel motivated when there's still so much uncertainty. And that's, I think, what I really am getting is this place of we have to honor the grief and the frustration and the unknown and the confusion that might be arising at this time and just honor it. And then also get clear, where do we want to put our attention? So it's not about skipping. So those of you that were part of the anti-resolution challenge that we just completed this week, you know from the different lessons that we did that it's really important that we name what we're getting from situations and where we're struggling, and to hold both of those things so we can figure out the best way to support ourselves, to nourish ourselves. And this really beautiful image that what we're learning how to do is nourish the soil of our being. And that part of nourishing the soil of our being is listening. What do we need? What do we need? I literally spent a good hour or two just sitting on the couch yesterday wrapped in a blanket. That was about the capacity I had. So the anti-resolution challenge, if you didn't get a chance to see it, it's going to be up until January 31st, so you still have some time. So www.anti-resolution-challenge. If you go ahead and join, you'll get the first email, and you can go and see all the emails. Again, it'll be public until January 31st when we're pulling it down. So, and the other thing about the anti-resolution challenge is that those of you that signed up for it, hi, I just want to say thank you so much to all of you that were part of the anti-resolution challenge. It was such a gift, and I'm still seeing feedback from people that had such huge impact from being part of that challenge. So, and Teresa, if you didn't get to see the last day, you can always go check your email and it gets the link of where to go to see all of the videos. Hey, Yvonne. So again, you can still join www.antiresolutionchallenge.com. Thank you to those of you who joined and were part of it. And if you were part of the anti-resolution challenge, there were over 5,000 people that did that challenge. You got an email from me yesterday about a super special, about the workshop that's coming up tomorrow. So check your email because I want to see you tomorrow. It's really the next piece of the anti-resolution challenge is the the workshop that's coming up this weekend, Reclaim and Restore. So if you signed up, or if you want to sign up, you still can. Check your email about the workshop tomorrow, okay? And I hope to see you there with a cup of tea, wrapped in a warm blanket. We're going to do some really amazing, amazing work Saturday, Sunday. Sesame, I needed a break and didn't listen to myself, so my body took that in charge. That's what our bodies do, right? Especially now, I think. I have asthmatic bronchitis and on a sick leave for a week. Aw. Yeah, and it's so important because it's true, especially I think when there's the amount of energy and stress that's happening right now and uncertainty, we have to slow down and really listen to our bodies. Yeah. Yes, and that's the other thing, loves. I am sharing this amazing place that I'm staying at right now. So I am in upstate New York at an incredible Airbnb. I'm starting to think today I'm just going to keep renting this Airbnb for the rest of my life because I love it so much. But it's right next to a huge waterfall. Yeah. Hey, Doreen. Oh, good. Good to see you. Glad that you're here. So on my Instagram page, I posted a video. If you go to Reels, I posted a video of the waterfall, 30-second waterfall break. It's so yummy. It's so, so good. So yeah. So for those of you that weren't part of the Anti-Resolution Challenge and want to join, you still can, www.antiresolutionchallenge.com. And I want to share with everyone, I have a workshop coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, that I would love to see you join. Because, why? Because it is the tools that we need, I believe, to stay grounded and present and open-hearted, even during challenging times. The first part on Saturday, it's 3 hours on Saturday and 3 hours on Sunday. The first part is a map. And I actually just got a huge whiteboard. So right there where that picture is, tomorrow, I'll be pulling that picture down. We'll be putting a huge whiteboard up. And I'll be drawing and showing you this really beautiful map that I learned from Don Miguel Ruiz when I studied with him. I was blessed to apprentice with Don Miguel Ruiz, the author of the Four Agreements, for many, many years. And I learned this beautiful map from him called Toltec Cosmology. And it explores how we disconnect from ourself, what we call our big soul, which is our essence, our connection to spirit, the part of us that's wise, that's steady, that's centered, that is eternal. And the little soul, is a part of us that is our ego, our personality, often disconnected, scared. So the famous whiteboard, yes, I got a big one. I'm excited. So we'll talk about how those two parts of us get separated, how when we're little, the little soul and the big soul are together. That's why kids are so magical and wild and wonderful, usually before they learn language. And at a certain point, we start making agreements and beliefs and start looking outside of ourselves for a sense of safety, a sense of connection. So there's a split that happens. And by understanding how that split happens and why it's so difficult to get back into our center and back connected to our essence, this process changed my life completely. When I learned this from Miguel in probably 1995, I think I learned this from Don Miguel, my life completely changed. And there were ways I was like, I don't even understand all of what he's saying, but I get it at a deep, deep level. So I want to share it. We're doing it at a huge discount. So the workshop's usually around $297. We're offering it for $111. And for any of you out there that the money is a barrier or there's any other barrier you've got, let us know. We'll figure out how to get you in. Okay. So we've got a sliding scale as well. For any of you that want to join and can pay in full, it'll go into a scholarship fund. So again, this is the Reclaim and Restore workshop. It's Saturday for 3 hours and Sunday for 3 hours. And if you want to learn more about it, warriorgoddess.com/reclaim. And I'm just putting it in the chat for the Facebook, YouTube people. Okay. For you all, you can go to, for those of you that are Instagram, you can go to my bio and the link is in there. Okay. So question, what would stop you from coming to a workshop this weekend that will, I can clearly, honestly say will change your life? Seriously. That's not an exaggeration because it's two parts. The first part is this map that will just open your eyes to how to create transformation. And then I walk you through, and here's how to create transformation. And then Sunday, we do a really beautiful ritual and ceremony and process going deeper with the strategies and how to unweave them. It's really fun. We'll be having fun. We'll be having connection. There is all sorts of things. So question for you. So work. That the question is, what would keep you from coming to a workshop this weekend? Because I'm really curious. It will be awesome. Those of you that are part of Anti-Resolution, check your email because there's a special invite for you guys. Yay! So what would keep you? Work. It's recorded. So even if, for those of you that are traveling, if you're traveling and you're like, I can't do it this weekend because I'm not going to be around, I'm working, I'm on the road, the workshop's going to be recorded. So this is the only time I'm going to offer it at this crazy price because pandemic. And we offered it at a really low price for it was the may your 2022 be better than your 2021 price at $111. And we also have sliding scale. So if you need more support around doing the workshop, just come. Email us hello@warriorgoddess.com if money is an issue. COVID. Okay. Wrap yourself in a blanket, tuck in, come to the workshop, get a little bit of support with what you're navigating. COVID's rough, right? Okay. Almost everybody that I know, I'm up in a little town up in Woodstock. Almost everybody I know has had COVID or is navigating COVID now. So just part of why I want to bring this workshop to as many, many people as possible is I'm really passionate around helping us stay balanced, centered, connected to each other, connected to our creativity and inspiration and possibility, even in the worst of times, which we're kind of in. Yeah, you're so welcome. It is recorded. We will be sharing the recordings next week. So any other barriers, I want to hear about them because I want to support you in showing up for yourself and being part. And there's anything that I can do to help you show up for yourself and take in these teachings, I want to make happen because I'm so passionate and believe in this work so much and know that it will help you shift your perspective, no doubt. Yeah, good. Sam has bring a blankie. That's what I'm going to do. Ah, good. Bye, Doreen. So we will be right here Saturday, Sunday, 3 hours each day. A lot of information, guidance, support, and also play because, you don't need me talking at you for 3 hours. Same, a blanket in my inhalers. Yeah, you don't have to show up like perky and you just show up exactly where you're at. That's the great thing about online, right? So if you have been in Zoom meetings all day and you're like, oh God, I don't want to show up for another screen thing or be on Zoom, you don't have to show up in the way that you normally do. You can turn your video off and clean your house while you're connecting in. You can wrap yourself in a blanket, get a cup of tea, and be part of the experience. Okay, so we don't need you to show up feeling great. It's actually sometimes so helpful when you're feeling shitty to show up for stuff because it'll make you feel better for sure. Yeah. So I'm going to be taking that painting down, putting up a huge whiteboard and drawing all sorts of wonderful maps and ways to perceive self, spirit, emotions, mind, body, energy in a really different way. Well, it's really a shamanic perspective on how we can be in right relationship with our energy body. Most of us, we scatter our energy constantly. We don't know how to hold a container for ourselves. So the work that we'll be doing this weekend, we'll be talking really about how to hold a container with compassion, with love, with support for ourselves as we untangle and dismantle what doesn't serve us. And part of that we'll be working on Saturdays, the strategies. So for those of you that were part of the Anti-Resolution Challenge, we talked about these 4 strategies: pleaser, isolator, controller, and distractor, and how they are ways that we think we're keeping ourselves safe when they're actually creating harm to ourselves and others. That's what the strategies do. So there's benefits to the strategy for sure, but most of us are using them as a way to create more suffering, basically, without realizing it. We think we're helping ourselves, but we're actually not. So that's what we explored in the Anti-Resolution Challenge. Whether or not you did the Anti-Resolution Challenge, you're welcome to come to Reclaim and Restore. If you didn't do the Anti-Resolution Challenge and you come to Reclaim, we'll make sure that you get a copy of the Anti-Resolution Challenge. You still can come sign up. And the link for the Anti-Resolution Challenge, www.antiresolutionchallenge.com. Yay! And for this weekend, for the workshop this weekend, again, you don't have to have been in Reclaim. Pulling my tea. You don't have to have been in the Anti-Resolution Challenge to come this weekend. Okay. If you were one of the 5,000 plus people signed up for the Warrior Goddess Anti-Resolution Challenge that we kicked off 2022 with, check your email. You got a special invite for my gratitude for being part of the Anti-Resolution Challenge. For those of you out there, tea is life. I agree. Didn't join the Anti-Resolution Challenge, but you want to come this weekend. It's offered at a huge discount. Usually that workshop's about $297. We're offering it for $111, which is our Make 2022 Better Than 2021 special. And if you have any barriers, financial, time-wise, please email us. We do have sliding scale option. I want to remove all the barriers to the workshop. Okay, so you can email us hello@warriorgoddess.com and put in the subject balance, and that will let our team know that you are wanting to come this weekend but need some extra support. Okay. And if time's an issue, if you're not going to be around this weekend, or you're traveling or you're working, we are recording everything, so you can watch the recording later. Yeah, there will definitely be a recording. All right, questions, shares, how are you? So I really wanted to do this to share my enthusiasm about the workshop this weekend, invite you to come and join and be part of this. It's really one of my favorite things to teach because of how impactful it is. Online, I usually do it live, but we're doing it online. Yay, COVID. And it'll also be fun. We do a lot of silly fun things as well. Yeah, I'm excited too. Thanks, Renee. Pamela, I love that. Yeah, invite your friends. Fun. This is also a really fun workshop to do with your friends. So how's it going? How are y'all feeling? I am so much better today, but damn, did I have a rough day yesterday. Just kind of the bottom fell out. I felt exhausted. I felt frustrated. I felt hopeless. I felt like there's no traction. I just was tired and fatigued. And I was like, do I have COVID? Maybe I have COVID. Why am I so tired? And then I realized it's just emotional. I just needed a break. So I think during these times, we need to be extra compassionate with ourselves and take extra good care to keep our immune systems up high and to rest. And even if you're not navigating COVID, you're navigating these times. It's exhausting. Yay, Jess. I'm so excited too. I'm really looking forward to this weekend. So here's what I did yesterday. I wrapped myself in a blanket and I laid on the couch. I talked to a couple friends. and found the person that was really compassionate for me, which is hilarious. That helped me not brainstorm solutions, because that's not what I was looking for, but just held my hand for a little bit. And hey, Anandaraj, so glad that you're here with us. Yeah, yesterday was a hard day. Ilana, I agree. Then the other thing I did, this was super fun. I watched Matrix on my computer with my dear friend Kevin, who's in California. This is so great. So we watched The Matrix together, and then while we were doing that, I was in the bathtub. It was the best. So I got to take a bath and watch a movie. I don't recommend that unless you have a really good setup. I have a really good setup. Yeah, thank you. Time, realizing that connecting and showing up is something that I need to do. Controlling who and what I allowed in my world has shut me off from the world. Yeah, super excited to connect and show up with everyone. Yes. And I think too, there's this place that because we're isolating, some of us are isolating because of COVID, then it exacerbates our strategies. You know, whether your strategy is a controller or pleaser or isolator or distractor, all of our strategies have been activated and exacerbated because it's wobbly out there, right? And it's wobbly in here. And it's that place of staying connected and learning new tools and getting new insights is really, 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 really important. So I'm so glad, Tyne, that you're joining us. Yeah. And getting new reflections so that each of us can go in and keep clearing out the stagnation, the heaviness, the old agreements that aren't serving us, the ways that the strategies are weighing us down. Valerie, I had a really rough day yesterday as well. I had everything you just described, literally covered all my feelings and emotions and just didn't want to do anything. Yeah. Couldn't focus on my work projects, just fatigued and brain fog and blah. Yeah. I mean, I seriously was like, do I have COVID? Because I have the symptom. I mean, wicked headache yesterday, exhaustion, brain fog. And as I felt into it, I'm like, it's actually not COVID. I'm just stressed and I'm creating these wonderful symptoms. So whether or not you have COVID or you're just bottoming out every once in a while, it's to be expected, my loves. Like bottoming out, having days where you bottom out, or an hour where you bottom out, or a few days where you bottom out. It's to be expected right now. This is why I'm so passionate around community and support, because you can get reminded and get invited back into the circle. Okay, so yeah. Catherine, scattered emotionally all over, feeling alone. Thank God it's Friday couch kind of day. Sadly, need to go out. Yeah, and if, this is the other thing, is that for those of you that are feeling depressed or feeling overwhelmed, go for a walk if you can. Connect with a friend. Do something different. Okay. So some days the wrapping yourself up in a blanket and curling up on the couch is exactly the right thing to do. And sometimes it's the wrong thing to do. Right? So we have to be really honest with ourselves. Is this nourishing the deepest part of me? Do I need to move and take action, or do I need to rest? And both are important. Yeah, the couch. Yeah, I love watching movies with friends. It's fun. Yeah, it eases the distance. Exactly. Yeah. Movies in the bath. It's a good thing. I've had a few rough days of not been able to do right for wrong. It's, loves, it's a challenging time. So have compassion. Have compassion for yourself. Oh, good. Babsy Lynn, I literally just clocked out of work right before this video. Told my boss I had to have a mental health day. Good, sweetheart. I'm glad you're taking that. Yeah, we definitely need to create space to just be still, to do new things, to, watch where the places that we're getting overwhelmed, and then listen for what's the best next step for that. Yeah. Renee, I love that. I started an old passion project after decades of wanting to. So for that part, I'm grateful. Yeah, beautiful. I love it. Oh, I'm so glad that you connected with me as well. Catherine would like to take part, but just cannot commit more money to things I say I want to do, but I'm too scared to actually do it, especially on a timeline. Well, if you want to take part, it is recorded, so you can watch the recording in chunks later. And this is for this weekend for Reclaim and Restore. And we've got a sliding scale. So if you want to, Catherine, if you feel like, or anybody out there who's like, the workshop sounds interesting, but I'm not sure. I'm doing everything that I can today. And this came up yesterday. I was like, the times are just too hard right now. I want to make this workshop too accessible as many people as possible, because I believe so deeply in these teachings and in our community and how we hold each other. And so this is my gift of a container to help us during challenging times, to give you a new way to perceive yourself. So if you can't make it or you feel like it's too much time, everything is recorded. You can check it out. You can get the recording later. And we are offering a sliding scale. So the workshop's $111 and if that feels like too much of a reach, it's normally $297, so it's already way discounted. And if it's too much of a reach for you, please email our team so we can send you the link for the sliding scale. And that is hello@warriorgoddess.com. If you just put in the word balance in the subject, they'll get you that link. Yeah, I hear you. Thanks for sharing. I'm so utterly exhausted from COVID. Looking forward to the workshop. Yeah, and I know I have so many friends again that are just wiped out from having had COVID, that are fatigued, that are weeks out after having had the active virus and are still navigating the long-term symptoms. So if you're one of those people, you are so, so, so welcome. Don't think you have to feel great. Wrap yourself up in a blanket. Come on over. We'll be here tomorrow. You can also have your video off if you want to just listen to the audio. I'll be showing up with a cup of tea and a big whiteboard and my pens. And we'll be having some good music as well. Hey, Michael. And yeah, it'll be wonderful. It'll be wonderful, wonderful. And you can do part of it live and watch part of the recordings later. It all works. Yeah, I don't have COVID. Yeah, but I'm self-isolating to take care of myself, given my risk, and mostly doing okay. But I hit bottom a couple days ago. Yeah, I'm mostly self-isolating. Every once in a while, going to the grocery store, or going to see my friends in my little pod. Yeah, and I know a lot of people are hitting bottoms or getting frustrated or feeling overwhelmed at this time. So just, I feel y'all, and I'm here and just loving you from where I am right now. So thanks for being part of these lives. I did a lot of them, part of the Anti-Resolution Challenge, and I really just wanted to check back in with everybody and see how you're doing and invite you into this weekend's Reclaim and Restore. If you can join us, I'd so love to have you be part of it. So just know you're not alone. If you're feeling exhausted or overwhelmed or confused, we're still navigating pandemic, a lot of uncertainty, and a long time of uncertainty. So no, I also have talked to people that have been doing great and great and great through the pandemic, and then all of a sudden have a big crash. And that's to be expected. No, please don't expect yourself to be even-keeled fine at this time. It's a rough time. And everybody's feeling it at some level. There's a lot of grieving happening, grieving of people that we've lost, grieving of things that have shifted. No. So, extra gentle, baby steps, stay cozy. Yeah, stay warm. Yeah, I know. It's been 3 years. It is amazing. So slow and steady we go, right? All right, babes. Thanks for joining me for the live today. It's I'm grateful to be connected to each of you in the ways that we are and to have this connection through the ethers, even if I can't hug you like I want to. So the next time we're able to be in person, I can't wait to give a lot of really big, squishy, yummy hugs. Yeah. And yeah, Anna, exactly. Crashes happen. So we get to Phoenix. And if I can support you this weekend and joining the Reclaim and Restore workshop, it's a way to deeply, deeply nourish self, get new insights, get a new map of big soul and little soul. So for those of you that were part of the anti-resolution challenge, go check your email. There's an invite into the workshop for you there. And for those of you who are new to me and maybe just turned in and or just tuned in or like, hey, what's Reclaim and Restore? It's a workshop that I'm doing this weekend, 3 hours Saturday, 3 hours Sunday. It's one of the most potent, like life-changing workshops that I offer. I usually do it live, offering it as super, super discount for $111. It's usually $297. So if you want to join us, everything's recorded. It's you can show up however you are. You don't have to be a particular way to show up. And if there's any barriers, please let us know. So if you need a sliding scale, we've got one available. If you need it recorded, it is recorded. So if you need support or just extra information, hello@warriorgoddess.com is the email. You can put in balance in the subject and the team will send you the link or cheerlead you for whatever you need. Mwah. You guys are welcome. Catherine's supposed to be moving across the planet to be with my online honey last time, October 2019. So close to not making it. Dang. Oh, hon, I'm so sorry. That's so rough. So many plans, completely shifted. Yeah. And we keep going. Okay. We have to keep surrendering up to the way the river's flowing right now. Okay, gotta answer that phone in a second. And be in the flow. So that's what we'll be exploring this weekend. If you need anything, if you have any questions as well, email us at hello@warriorgoddess.com. The workshop link is warriorgoddess.com/reclaim. All my love. Take good care, sweet ones. Stay warm out there, especially if you're in upstate New York. It's cold. Okay. Love you. Bye-bye.